Hello, lovely souls. Welcome back once more to this channel, Divine Tea with Luna. For my subscribers who are already a regular on this channel, I want to thank you and I want to tell you how grateful I am that you keep coming back to my readings and the words of inspiration that I get from fellow subscribers. I'm so thankful and I'm so happy. I truly feel that I'm giving back to people via this small little thing that I do on this channel. Now, for those of you who are new, welcome to Divine Tea with Luna. I am Adrasthia Luna. That is my alias and I don't want to tell my real name. So, I'm just joking. It's okay. My real name is Shivalika, but I go by Adrasthia Luna because Adrastya means the inescapable. It is also named after one of the Greek goddesses. And Luna because I'm obsessed with the moon. Anyhow, having done the very short introduction, I want to tell you all that this video is September predictions. So, in this video we're gonna know and talk about what energies, what possible situations and energies and things and people we might be dealing with. As you know, the retrograde season is still on. A lot of planets are still in retrograde and Mars is coming into retrograde as well in September, so be ready for fighting a lot. I'm not an expert on astrology, I just know the few things everyone knows. But what I do with my pick a card readings is I tune into the energy coming in from every pile. And every pile has been chosen intuitively. So, without further ado, I want to jump into the collective reading first, and those of you who can still see the cards, just try to work your intuition a little bit and try to figure out. Though there would be a section in the video where I will let you choose the card selection and it would be a little more up close, so don't worry about that. So if I have to start the first collective energy reading that I think I got was Queen of Wands. So this card is all about stepping into your power. This queen is the most social queen. She is the one who is always inspired with new ideas and she is not afraid to take risks. If there is anything that sets this queen apart from the rest of the suits is that she is not afraid to take the risks and she is very in tune with herself. So that was actually the first collective energy hint that I got. The second was that increasingly there's this need to surrender to divine, which would also mean just surrendering, which would mean that one has to stop trying to control how our lives are going to be. This year is phenomenally sucky. What I mean by that is this year is very crucial for us as humanity because for a lot of reasons. The first one is this is 2020. 2020 is also for clear vision. More than ever, I think right now, we can see how many truths are coming out in the open, how much disclosure is happening right now. For all these years when we used to think that aliens don't exist, we've actually gotten confirmation for this now, this year. And so much more. when this year started, I'm sure all of us were very excited about how things are going to be. And then came February, March, and we knew what's hitting us. So I feel we've come a long way, and astrologically, I was told that August was still calmer than most of the whole year. But I have also been told that the next few months are going to be even more tumultuous, because I feel this year is the year when we all open to our spirituality. We all understand this life is not the only life that we have. We understand that we are a spiritual being. We understand that it is not just human. It is not just our human bodies or our human life or our human mind that is the entirety of this universe, or even the entirety of ourselves. Because the first thing that so many of us finally understood, that there is an inner world. There is an inner world where we need to go from time to time and clear out the mess so that we don't get messy up here. And I feel most of us are awakening to this fact because we have been indoors and we've been bored, and there's so much, only so much that you can do. Even if you're someone who is addicted to phone or who is addicted to social media, I can still tell you that you must have been bored at one point or the other. And it's not just about the boring part. I just feel that this is the year where we finally know that it cannot be swept under the rug anymore. That we have to deal with the skeletons in our closet, that we have to do the shadow work, that we have to heal. But not everybody is in this stage. A lot of people are just waking up to understand that there's so many truths, that so much of the mainstream narrative is controlled. So we have so many things happening around us, and there's nothing wrong in getting some guidance, right? Carrying on, I also feel that in the collective we are all wishing and praying for good things in our lives, because like I said, this year hasn't been the best. But when this card comes out, it is also asking us to be mindful, to have discernment as to how we are all. What are we wishing for? Are you wishing that I hope everything returns to the way it was? Well, news flash for you, that's not happening. That's not happening anymore. And the next card, this is one of my favorite decks. This card is called the Pleiades card, and it says double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. And something about channeling, it is this year that I came to know what channeling finally is. Before that, I never used to have a lot of trust in it, because even though I am a psychic, I am an intuitive tarot reader, I can read energies, I'm an empath, it affects me a lot being surrounded by energies all the time, and especially with too many energies. But I learned that channeling is something that we all do. It is also something that you can say it's the flow state of mind where you forget. It often happens when I'm filming, that I'm filming and I'm doing a pie, and at one point of time I don't even know what I'm saying. I just know that I'm saying it. Sometimes it doesn't even make sense to me. I have also learned that channeling is when you are in that deep gamma state, when you are so much into doing something that you really forget that time exists, that the outside world exists. And I feel sometimes you might even forget that you exist while you're doing that activity. That is channeling. And I know for a fact that a lot of us have been getting back in touch with our hobbies, with our creativity. And about that, I want to say that one of the ways that you make sure that your energies and your chakras are balanced. In my own personal experience, this is not coming from outside, this is what I believe in, is that you need to always use this creative energy. It can be that you use it in terms of hobbies, or it can be that it is in terms of hobbies, or in the way you do work. But more than that, it just should be used, because if you don't use that creative spark, your energies tend to stagnate. You tend to remain the same person. It's the same thing when you're reading a new book or you're reading something interesting. It's you're putting in energy from outside and you're making your mind think, right? So I'm sure so many of you must have understood what I'm meaning to say, but I think there is a deep sense of wanting to have a better world around us today, and a lot of us really want to uplift humanity. A lot of us are getting into work which is more heart centered, which is not only about earning money, but it is about leaving an impact on this earth. Okay, moving on, let's see, because I used about 12 decks today, so today's reading is going to be a little longer, and we have 4 piles. The next collective energy is called gracefully aging. So it actually brings in a lot of things with that. I mean, it can become a whole another video, and it's only been 11 minutes into the video, so it's okay. I'm still going to talk a little bit about it. So about aging, it is also this time when I've been feeling that this life, and you know, recently the Black Panther passed away, and this one clip going crazy on the internet right now, right? And I'm sorry, I am not an Avengers fan, I'm sorry, and I've not even seen Black Panther, but that clip is going around which says that in my culture, death is not the end. And this is something, and I'm a Scorpio dominant chart, and this is associated with Scorpios so much that because we keep transforming so much throughout life, I feel we really understand that death is not the end, because if there is a birth, there is going to be a death, and then again there's going to be a rebirth. That's been the cycle of life. And I feel a lot of us have also been understanding that age really is just a number, and that you can start on your passions whenever you want. So there goes one thing about that card. And frankly, it's the crux of it is death is not the end. Death is never the end. Earlier, when I used to see superhero movies or movies where there was this one, the main character who was larger than life and who was ready to give herself up for anything in this world, I was like, hey, you know what? I want to be that, but listen, I'm scared of dying. I'm scared of standing up. I'm scared of people doing shit to me. But it is after so many years that I finally understand that whatever excites you, whatever you stand for, whatever calls out to you, that is your own personal destiny, and you need to go through that. You need to follow it up. And you cannot have this fear controlling you that, oh my god, what's going to happen? Oh my god, what if they attack me? Oh my god, what if I die? Because you were a vessel sent to create that change or chain of change. The thing is, what matters is what you do. That is the end thing of it all. What do you do with the passion that you're given? Friendship is something that's going to be a little important this month. It does not come out so often. And Then we have this intuition card. So all of us need to hone our intuition. We still need to get in touch with our intuition and do things out of our intuition, because your intuition is always going to have your back. The next one is leadership. Okay, so set your goals and lead the way. This is again a very, very, very recurrent theme that keeps coming up. The next one is a blessing of forgiveness. So I feel in the collective we do realize the importance of forgiveness, and that is so important. And there are so many narratives and memes about this again, but the point is, a lot of people say, you know what, I earned this anger, I'm not gonna forgive them. But darling, when anyone says, when you forgive, you do it for yourself and not for someone else, because people think it's easier to sit there with resentment, with bitterness and ego. But you know what is more easy? To let it go. I mean, it's not easy to let it go, but what comes after letting go and forgiving someone who has done you wrong, that peace is unparalleled and that is priceless. Okay, the next one is Fairy of the Green World. The natural world needs you. Okay, for all of you who might get a lot in your head sometimes, or say you are unable to read a book, or you're too overworked, too overwhelmed, over anxious, I highly suggest and recommend, please go online and do any grounded meditation with Mother Earth or Mother Gaia. Okay, once you do that, you would feel, and especially if you can find some video on shaman music or the hang drum, that's really gonna set you. Because what happens is, when you do that, I have felt it. I sat with that meditation, I put it in and I started breathing, and I felt I went into the womb of Mother Earth. And I know it sounds very mystical that I'm saying this, and also because I practice meditation daily now. That kind of peace is what you call groundedness, because it's about when you realize that everything is a reflection of yourself, and that anything bothering you in that moment is just momentary. It's not that's going to continue. Even the most difficult pains and situations can be overcome. Go do that meditation. I really suggest doing that every day, the first thing in the morning. And okay, the next card, the next collective energy was that of Eight of Swords. Okay, Eight of Swords always is about feeling trapped, but that entrapment is purely your doing. In the sense, it's a very mental entrapment. It means that you can find a way out, but you're not trying hard enough to find a way out. And even if the way is very easily in front of you, you just feel powerless. But the point is, you're not really powerless. Okay. And the last energetic collective reading that we got was focusing. So with all of that, I can say that we as a collective, we need to follow our intuitions, step into our power, follow our intuitions, be more vocal about our passions, do things with intention, forgive people, get into the leadership quality, surrender. And I know this law of attraction thing goes around a lot in every community, possibly in self-development in the spiritual community, but there's a very important thing that law of attraction entails, and which people don't talk about a lot, is the part where you surrender. What I mean by that is, we know how law of attraction works. If you you have an intention or a desire, feel it before that time comes, attract it, manifest it into your physical reality from the unseen, and then once you have embodied what it would be like, once your wish is fulfilled, then you let it go. And you don't expect it to be exactly the same way that you want it to be. And there is a mechanism, but that mechanism has come from extraterrestrial knowledge, and I will discuss it in another video. But right now, it means that we need to start letting go of things, because there's nothing that you can control apart from yourself. If you control yourself, you can change your reality, because everything else is a reflection of ourselves. Okay, so that has been the collective reading, and now I'm going to jump into pile number 1. So pile number 1, I want to start, and I was talking about the entire collective reading, the importance of forgiveness. Pile number 1, forgiveness is paramount, is very important for you right now. Pile 1, you need to forgive someone, and it is easier said than done. But please, I have not seen the tarot cards yet. Let's see what they bring about. But like I was saying, that forgiveness is for yourself. Forgiveness is never ever for someone else. Okay, we will be pulling clarifiers if it comes. So okay, you already got the Hanged Man, which means one has to change their perspective, and you got Ace of Cups. So some kind of a financial beginning is coming into play, some kind of an opportunity is coming your way that can help you with your finances. Okay, or you found out a way of attracting more wealth, and at the same time you got 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups is about having a lot of choices, which is going to emotionally fulfill you. It is about a lot of choices, and this can be read with the card, of course. So for some of you, the way you're trying to find a new job or find a new source of income, you have a lot of choices, and you might be confused about which way to take. For some of you, it is just about changing careers. For some of you, it is about changing your perspective in the current situation that you are in. And or for some of you, it is definitely about investing in certain things that are going to emotionally fulfill you. And you can be a crazy Gemini that way and feel that, oh my god, I want to do everything in life, and that's when you should stop yourself, because you can't do everything in life. Okay, and I'm just going to put this card just in case, because this is the theme. Okay, moving on, let's see what your other cards need to say. But before I turn them around, I do feel that this energy of forgiveness is not going to come so easy to you, because you don't want to forgive this person. Because like I was saying, when we want to forgive someone else, it feels that we are redeeming them of the pain that they caused us, but it is never like that. You need to understand that once something has happened karmically, it has already happened. There is nothing that you can do to change the past, right? And the other person who may not come of their own accord and ask for forgiveness, and even if they do and you hold on to your anger, you are withholding and stagnating karma for both of you. What I mean by that is, that today you might be angry that they did so many bad things to me, so much shit to me. But the thing is, every relationship, every person that you come in contact with is essentially there to teach you. That's it. And all these relationships that we have, including our family, friends, lovers, work, we have attracted all of them because we came here to learn certain lessons, to grow in certain ways. That is why death is not the end. Okay, we'll get to know more. Adjustments are required. I did not even see it, I was holding it like that. That's the magic of tarot. Okay, bring love into the situation. So, with this forgiveness thing card and this bring love into the situation, this is definitely about this, and I am called again and again to talk about forgiveness more than anything else in this file. It is because you need to understand that forgiving someone else is an act of self-love. It's an act when you love yourself enough, and you tell this to yourself, baby girl, I know you've been through a lot, and I know this person did wrong to me and wrong to you, but we cannot hold on to this baggage anymore. We have to let it go. It is stopping our progress. It is creating obstacles and hindrances in our life, on our path. So many things. I don't have words because this is the card you get. What do you need to release, pile 1? What do you need to release? Please, you need to release these things. It's of paramount importance. You need to release these baggages that you're carrying. They are not yours to carry. I was having a talk with my friend Devjani, and we were talking about experience and trauma, and she made a very good point she made the point that we have to actively go and take out the trauma from the experiences. So if certain bad things are happening in your life, and not just, let's not call it bad, for example, certain things are not working out the way you would want them to, that does not mean, if you have had a traumatic experience in that area, you keep thinking that life is throwing trauma to me. It's not. Life is giving you an opportunity to overcome it. Okay, I am weird, and I think that tumultuous time, crises in life are amazing. I feel breakups are amazing because they are going to bring so much change in your life, because that's how it is. When we release things that don't serve us, when we release things which are not in alignment with who we are, we especially release and we let it go. And when we do that, we open a new door. Once you clear out a certain energy from your life, new energy can come in then. That is what it is. Okay, I'm going to move on because it's going to be a long video. Protect your dreams. So somebody whom you are having a hard time forgiving, maybe somebody who has actively tried to F up your dreams or your efforts in making those dreams come true. So very good message is that you have to protect your dreams, you have to protect your passions, you have to protect what you believe in, and essentially that means you have to protect yourself. Okay, fairy spotting. It's time to go fairy spotting. It's said that seeing is believing, but in fact opposite is true. Believing is seeing. This is true because once again, when I got directed to tarot in my life and I became extremely sensitive, I could see magic in the smallest of things. It so happened after work one day I was walking back and I suddenly looked this way and there was a empty plot with, weeds growing out and other like grass and things. And I looked, and there was this patch of grass with some flowers and stones, and I was like, oh my god, that's so magical. And I could not understand why I was saying that, but literally it called out to me. And if you think I'm going crazy, you can this might not be your pile, because pile one's going to resonate with me. But the point is, you start seeing magic in daily life once you start listening to your intuition, because all these cards were chosen like that, and look how it fits in. You just need to trust your intuition. All right. Earth magic. Try using crystals, salts, take baths. Just use everything that you can find in nature. If you are somebody who practices magic, or who might be thinking of practicing magic, or who just wants to have a deeper connection with nature, because remember, this card came out for the collective. Yeah, the natural world needs you. So it can be that grounding your feet, like walking bare feet on soil, can also do that. It's a magical experience. Again, you will be surprised that that actually is true, and that can actually make you, like, it instantly makes you feel good. Just try walking bare foot on soil. Okay. The next card that you got was of gratitude and thanks. They might sound weird, but whenever somebody has hurt me in the last few years and I've had the emotional maturity to deal with it, I have said to them in my mind that thank you. Thank you for showing me what I not prefer. Thank you for showing me, so that I exactly know by contrast that this is what I don't want in my life. Thank you for putting me through so much shit, for hurting me so damn much, that I'm compelled to choose a better life for myself. So you hurt me, and if you think you won, you did not. Alright, the next one, leap. You go first, the universe will catch you. I'm not even kidding about it. Just do it. The next is Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding light, laying foundations, divine plan. I do feel, yes, this pile is about empaths, because you got to get grounded. And I was talking about a grounding meditation before this. You might be empaths, highly sensitive people. I definitely feel some of you are star seeds. Yeah, and that you are here on earth for a special plan. That you are. I don't feel that you are one of those souls who have reincarnated on planet Earth just to clear their karma. I feel some of you have really important missions in terms of showing people the new way of life, showing people that new earth where we operate out of love instead of fear is real, and it's here. The next card that you get is patience. Nurture the seeds of patience, reap the awards of personal achievement. Patience. Nurturing your inner child supplies you with innocent joy of living and cleansing. What was I saying about energy? Exactly, energy cleaning, forgiving people, all of that counts. Stand up for all animals, animal bond. Some of you might think of going vegan if you are not understanding. Spirit, pile one, please understand, because Spirit is going to give us more synchronicities in this amount. The cards are still left, and the next one is letting go. Learn to let go. So I feel this month is all about letting go for you, pile one. This is about letting go of things. This is about forgiving. The next one is resilience, rise above tribulations, which ties in with the patience card. Resilience, fortitude. Pile 1, if you're going through something really difficult, and I know this is going to be very difficult, but I'm not going to share this story completely, but I want to tell you something. Back in 2018, somebody I thought who should have been a nurturing character in my life did something and essentially broke everything apart in my vicinity. Emotionally, mentally, it broke everything in my environment. And I had this anger towards them for the longest time. But I knew this one thing, and the thing is, I have psychic powers, and anybody who knows how to hone their intuition and psychic abilities do hold some power over people who don't do it. So there are certain people who don't wish to curse somebody, but they end up cursing them, and that curse actually becomes true. And I'm not saying curse like, oh, you're gonna die. No, nobody has that much amount of power. No. By curse, I mean sending negative energy your way. By saying that, oh my god, I wish she dies. Not dies, or maybe I wish she falls down, or I wish he does not get that success. Those kind of feelings carry a lot of negativity, and when it's directed against you, there's very little that you can do about it. But then what I have found to be the best thing is that, and I'm again Scorpio dominant, so I'm like, okay, death, come and take me, I don't mind. But the point is that whenever such a situation has occurred in my life, I have surrendered and I've said to the divine that, you know what, let it destroy whatever it needs to destroy, but I am going to stand in my true aligned self. I will operate from a higher frequency. I will operate from love, because I don't want to entangle my karma with them anymore. And this is gold. This is the tea that you need to drink today, Pile 1. You should not try to entangle your karma with someone who already has hurt you, because then it becomes a cycle. I hurt you, you hurt me. I hurt you, you hurt me. And that leads to no good. No good. If you're always in this cycle of doing, playing this tit for tat game, how are you going to evolve in life? Okay. The next card is emotions. So yeah, emotionally very charged situation are coming your way, are already in the brewing. Realizations and epiphanies. And I'm Pile 1, please comment down below, please. Like, I feel like I had to give you certain extra messages which were not pertaining to the cards. So yeah, you are going, because this is such an emotionally charged situation, you're going through a lot more, and your foundations are being shaken. And what happens when you forgive someone? Healing from the past. Absolutely, that's what I've been saying. Okay, now these cards are a little special. Your sensuality is beautiful. So what happens is that, what I mean is, it can be that you don't fully take action out of pleasure. For you it is a bit more about pain than pleasure till now, and Spirit is telling you that Spirit, God, anybody you believe in is asking you and telling you that you have been given these sensual experiences because you are supposed to derive pleasure from it. when you can feel something, it does not need to be from pain. And this is crazy. Well, why am I saying this? I have no idea. I'm sure it is for you, pile one. But this is not in the cards at all. But for a lot of you, it's time to start being happy. It's time to start taking part in pleasure. It's important for you to understand that who you are within, that your sensuality, that the ways you feel the world around you is not made for pain only. It is made for love. It is made for pleasure. It is meant for feeling good, feeling in alignment, feeling that the world loves you, that the universe loves you. Right. The signs are already with you. You already know what I'm talking about. You're just making me talk extra. And the next one is you got is two little witches, magic space clearing time. And it so happened just before this reading, I was talking about I was reading somewhere how certain things hold energies, like for example, if you're fighting, that energy can seep into other things around you, and when that happens, the environment also becomes very negatively charged. That's when you feel that, okay, there's a lot of negativity around me and I need to leave. And the thing is, if you don't do this space clearing, I'm not asking you to throw your furniture outside. No, you can sage, you can use incense, and you, more than any of these things, you need to put into your intuition that may this space be clear of all the negativity that it has been holding to now. And so mote it be, and it will be done. I don't want to initiate people into witchcraft who are not interested. But yes, so mote it be. Okay. A blessing on your creativity. Yes. A blessing on your wisdom. And for people who have had a lot of pain in their lives, you are born with inner wisdom. And sometimes your wisdom, people might even say, like, don't try to act out of your age. Like, don't try to act too smart. You're too young yet. To those people, just show them your wand. Just this finger. Yeah. Just show it to them. Because I know, because I've personally faced this, and like my soul planet is Saturn. Hard lessons, painful childhood, all of these are pointers that you already have heightened intuition. You already have so much innate wisdom. Your inner being, your inner child is so soulful. Like, you might be somebody who's very depressed at this moment. You might be dealing with anxiety, and all of that is in their place. And I'm not denying that you're not. But the point being is, at one point you need to understand that your intuition was never wrong. The last card is a blessing for unity when once there was division, and it starts from your heart. It starts from your heart, because a blessing for unity where once there was division. Yes. The last tarot cards that you got was the Hierophant in reverse. You're seeking the non-traditional ways of spirituality. You don't want to follow religion. You want to have your own path, and that's great, because I feel in spirituality none of us have the same path. The Judgment in reverse is also saying that you're not listening to yourself, you're not paying attention to your intuition, you are not creating your healing. Many a times people ask me, so how do I heal? What do I do? What is the first step? But to tell you the truth, if you sometimes feel that my healing is not working, or I can't heal myself, I'm really trying, then manifest it. Intentions, set your intentions, set your goal. This is what happens when I've healed myself. And I know it can feel really alien, because these feelings, for people who've gone through a lot since their birth, feelings of, oh my god, is this how what a healthy relationship is supposed to look like? All those feelings are very real, and I know, I feel you, I've been there. I think I'm still there, because I've been single for some time, and I'm like, okay, so what is a healthy relationship? And because reality changes once you heal yourself, and it would feel like I'm just giving you like 2-3 steps into the future, what you will feel once you start doing the work, and when you have done this work and you understand it. This is what you're going to feel. You're going to feel very alien. You're like, whoa, what am I feeling? Is this normal? Because understand, you have been programmed in pain, by pain, all these years, and that stops now. That stops now. That is so empowering, I can't tell you. So yeah, you still don't want, so the traditional representation of this judgment card is like dead souls coming up, because Angel Gabriel is blowing on his trumpet, and the deceased souls are going back up to heaven. It also means healing. It means rebirth in certain ways, and you're stopping that. And you're stopping that because you have so many things to let go of. Pile 1. And the next card is 3 of Pentacles. So yes, work is something that takes center stage in your life right now. Work. You might also get a lot of options. Like I was saying in the beginning of the reading, you might get a lot of options when you have to, you get opportunities from various places, and also in terms of your hobby, or the way you direct the flow of creativity within yourself. So yeah, pile 1, a lot of changes on the horizon for you, a lot of epiphanies, a lot of realizations, so many beautiful things coming your way. But before those beautiful things come your way, you have to finally forgive. You have to finally let go. You have to understand that you are the only person in your reality who decides which way it goes. You are the only one who has the power to do it, nobody else. Don't give up your power. The most important thing, pile 1, for you is, please listen to your inner self. And if you can't, follow the meditation that I just talked about a while ago, about using a meditation which uses shaman, the drums that shaman uses, the hand drum, grounding meditation with Mother Gaia. All of those things are going to help you. Mother Gaia, for those of you who are new, Mother Gaia is Mother Earth, or some even call her as Sophia. So follow those grounding meditations. And I feel root chakra is one area where you really need to balance yourself, because a lot of your cards were talking about coming out of pain and stepping into pleasure. It's a very earth thing, it's a very root thing, in the sense how you view your stability and security. So yes, a lot of that is on the line, okay? If you like the reading, please comment. I think I've given a part of my heart to you, pile 1. I truly have. And I really hope it helps you. I really hope it helps you. If you liked your reading, please like, share, subscribe, and please comment. Make sure you hit the bell icon, because Luna is not so good at promoting herself. Luna is very humble. So funny, I should just stand up humble. No, but she is humble. Yeah. Okay. Now, on to it, pile number 2. You chose Mamakila card, which is the moon. Okay. So if you are already attracted to this pile, I feel that you are someone who might be a witch, who already has a lot of heightened psychic abilities, who follows the order of Hecate, or just follows goddess Hecate, or believes in the maiden mother crone trinity, who embodies that, who follows it through. Majorly a lot of throat chakra activation. Your throat chakra might be well activated. I also see certain glimpses of indigo. So throat chakra, and third eye, intuition, being receptive of the world around you. Yeah, so a lot of them. Okay, let's see your tarot cards. Decisions. September would be all about decisions and fast action. It would be very fast forward movement, air travel. You can be like, suddenly things will start working. You might first keep, be like, okay, what do I decide? I like this, I want to go to this foreign country, or I need to apply there, I need to form a new job, or find a new life, or find a new course to study in that country, or anything. Certain foreign connections I'm picking up from this pile. And the next and the last card is Eight of Swords. You will be very, 8 is the number of infinities. Okay, sorry, 8 is not the number of infinity, sorry, 8 is actually just the symbol is infinity. So what I mean to say is that it's a loop that can keep going and never end. And you got 8 of Swords, so which is again a card which talks about mental entrapment and feeling powerless. This is also a card that came out in the collective reading. And yeah, I just want to show you the cards once. 2 of Wands, 8 of Wands. A lot of fire energy and a little bit of air energy. Might be certain signs like Sag, Leo, Aries, or Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Might be your Sun, Moon, Rising, or might be heavy in your natal. But I feel pile 2, you are dealing with something which is very spiritual in nature, which is going to impact you spiritually, or it is about your willpower. It is about that fire, that lights you up, it ignites you, which is about creativity. It's about being inspired with new ideas. So yeah, you are in confusion, you are in midst of decisions to make. And then the 8 of Wands, suddenly things fall into place, suddenly you get opportunities, but you might be scared of taking action. But the bird here, I feel, signifies, the bird on this sword, that it's not real. It's a creation of myth. It's not real. You can overcome it anytime you want. Something you're worried about, and you're like, will this work out? Am I going to do certain things about it? What's going to happen? And because you got void, of course, nothing's coming out of the situation. Then you have, you and your loved ones are safe. So some of you might be a little worried about your family that you will leave behind in case you go to foreign lands, and take time to breathe out, because suddenly this energy will catch up. So you really need to be a little careful about how these things are going to be. And I'm going to take a sip of water because I'm talking too long. The next card that you get is transformations. So this is something that's going to, the fairy tells you to surrender to a transformation in your life that's happening for your highest good. Embrace your transformation. The best is yet to come. Trust your intuition. That's all you need to do. Trust your intuition. And Ace of Swords is swords, which also represent a lot of mental energy. So might be that you're very anxious about whether this was going to finally work out or not, or what's going to be the end of this. I get it. You feel hopeless and uncertain. That can also happen, but things are changing for you, Pilot 2. Listen carefully, for there may be a message in the music you hear. Music can lift your soul, rekindle memories, and charm fairies to your door. So, music, the lyrics that suddenly come to you, or maybe you're listening to something on the radio, or maybe your playlist is on shuffle, whatever song. I'm sorry, whatever song comes up, just know that there is a connection going on. There's something that is happening, there's something that the universe wants to speak out to you. Okay? Next, go with the flow. Don't try to resist so many things. Don't try to get into your own way. Meditation to dig deep. Meditation and grounding is very important, especially since you have so much energy in the mental sphere right now. It can actually hinder you with your inspiration, with your willpower. Okay, that can. And the sun and the stars. It's a fire card. It's fire energy again. Huge fire influence right now. It's almost too difficult to control your passion right now, it feels. So yeah. Also getting that line that shoot for the stars. Just shoot. Dream about the most impossible thing that you want and it will happen. But don't stand in your way. Okay? You're going through an awakening, or you will be going through an awakening, because also you got the transformation card and you get the Two of Wands, and whichever decision you take will change your life. Please do not don't stand in your way. And like I said, because tarot is magic, you see the moon, Mama Kela, and then you get the priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? This is actually the High Priestess. So yeah, if you want to know about High Priestess, I actually made a pick a card about messages from your inner High Priestess. Please go and check it out if you'd like. And yeah, there's this, yeah, because you got the moon card, you will definitely have a huge importance on, a huge importance on your intuition. Releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. You're releasing a lot because you're transforming. Earlier you might have been a control freak, but now you're learning to go with the flow. The spirit is asking courage of you. Courage is the strength to stand up when it is easier to fall down. Yep, it is. Vitality is the beaming force that gives energy and vigor. Also a very fire card to sign. Yep. Meditation. Sit in meditation, you will get answers. Meditation will transport you to a place at any desired time of the day. Yes, it's true. I can't stress it enough. Whenever I'm going through something or I'm stressed, I do a mini meditation of 5-10 minutes and I'm okay after that. Dolphin, don't worry, be happy. You don't need to be so anxious and stressed out. Spirit is taking care of it, and I know we've been programmed to keep worrying about things, to always be in this competitive mode that, oh my god, what's gonna happen? Am I gonna get it? Oh my god, I just don't know whether it will work out, whether I've made the right decision. Listen, you don't need to go through so much. The moment you have faith in the divine, the moment you have faith in the universe, the moment you have faith that good things are coming to you, It's gonna happen. It's the law of attraction. Dove, take a leap of faith. This is unreal, but it's always unreal with tarot, and it's magical. Legends. Learn from those who inspire you. So any bad situation that you're going through, anything that you're having a problem with, look it up. Who was somebody who dealt with the same thing? Go and find inspiration. Talk to people who've already been on your path. Yeah, memories, something related to the past, memories. And for this pile, I don't feel that, a lot of bad things have been happening to you recently, but it's like repressed and suppressed issues are coming up again, and certain things that you did not feel were going to happen, but it is happening eventually. It's not happening, it's more like in your head, and you're like, how's that gonna happen? Like, he did this to me, she did that to me, this happened to me. But I think it's via your memories that certain things are gonna get triggered. Like certain things outside of you might trigger you, and this is what might be holding you back from taking a very mindful decision that you're in the middle of. And that stagnation energy, that is what will force you to transform yourself. There's nothing that you can do. Just stop standing in your way. Self-employment. Okay, so you might get into business ventures with people in foreign lands, and this could be a whole new thing for you. And the thing is, once you start setting intentions, it falls into place. The next card that you get is healthcare change. So somebody is going to look after themselves more. Somebody is going to give up the caffeine. Somebody is going to give up the smoking. Somebody is going to give up the meat. Some of you will even start working out. And or meditation. Yes. Okay. A time for spirit. A time for spirit. Prior to you need to meditate. There is no way out for you. Please go find meditation, which is guided meditation. I really feel the hang drum really works for me, but you can use chakra meditation, you can use balancing all chakra meditations, you can use grounding chi flow meditations, you can use affirmations while going to sleep, subconscious reprogramming of the mind, you can use what other meditations are there? You can just use, or you can use solfeggio frequency, either of them. I'm sorry, you can't pronounce it properly, maybe. Okay. Then you get the storm angel, collision of beliefs, styles, attitudes and energies. So you might have realized somebody in your vicinity is going to show you your exact opposite, and what happens when you do that is there's a lot of friction, there's a lot of tension, and again, out of this tension, something's gonna come out that's gonna push you to change the way you live. Yes. Healing from a heartache. I'm so sorry, Pile 2, you're going through a heartbreak in certain situations in your life. So yeah, this fairy comes to you as a message that it's okay, you are healing, give it some time. The next one is a blessing on a resolution. Resolve things. Don't go crazy over somebody else's ass, okay? A blessing from your ancestors. Oh my God. Your ancestors are guiding you to do this. Pile 2 ancestors, is there any message that I should send them? It's a about balancing your heart chakra and solar plexus chakra. It's about really clearing up these chakras, because heart chakra is all about love. Solar plexus chakra is your, like, who are you? It's about self-confidence. And if you're creating a new business venture which came out, like self-employment, which came out, I think that is something that you really need to work on, because you're not going to have the confidence that you need to go through with something new. Okay? A blessing of fire, and look how beautifully hot this, which is, oh my god, sorry, not witch, maybe fae or someone, and a magical woman nonetheless. A blessing of fire, and most of your, like both of your tarot cards were fire. Like, let me show you again. 8 of Wands, 2 of Wands, then you got Sun and the Stars, and what else? What else? No, nothing right now. Okay, yeah. So you got 4 tarot cards from this deck. Okay. You got the Emperor in reverse, so you're not being authoritative. You are not strategizing. You are not putting your foot down. Maybe you're listening to people around you, but you're not listening to yourself at all. 5 of Pentacles, this is reversed. So you are overcoming the scarcity mindset. You're overcoming from the fear of poverty. Or you might have the fear of poverty, and you're just trying really hard right now to get out of it. The next one is 3 of Cups in reverse. So I feel it's about a little bit of conflict, a little bit of friction, because 3 of Cups is a card of celebration. So if you're not celebrating, you're doing the opposite. Like, you're not celebrating and you're maybe, morbid about something. And you also get 9 of Swords. So congratulations, more anxiety. Yeah, and the only way you'll be okay with this anxiety is if you meditate, Pile 2. Can I stress it enough for you, Pile 2? You need to meditate. So much happening for you in September. I can't wait to see your transformation. Please comment down below. Like, if any of these things that I just said, you're going through it or not. So, to wrap it up, Pile 2, I have to say, intuition, 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 and intuition. That is the key for you going through this month. Intuition is there, and meditation. Very important. I'm repeating it in a span of 3 minutes. But yeah, certain numbers that can be important for you, maybe is 36, 35, 27, 43, and 3, 16. 16 might be your karmic path, sorry, your karmic lesson number that makes your life path 7. So yeah, it can be anything, okay? But like I was saying, to recap, intuition, meditation, following your passion, getting in alignment with yourself, coming out of this mental entrapment that something is not possible, letting go of a situation, releasing it, unbounding yourself from it, releasing soul contracts and releasing old patterns, creating ancestral healing in your bloodline, taking okay, the way you heal your family bloodline is by doing something that's something that you've never done before, and anybody in your family has ever done before. Alright, Pile 2. And to recap it more, anxiety, clashes, the way to resolve is forgiveness, taking care of your health, meditation, aiming for the highest thing that you possibly can, going through a spiritual awakening, what's just on the to-do list, triggered by things that triggered past memories which you have not healed, Again, intuition, step into your power, have the courage. Vitality is going to come once you take care of your health, and don't worry and go with the flow. Okay, pile 2. If you like this reading, please comment down below and like, share and subscribe. Luna is always here for you. And yes, subscribe if you haven't. Press the bell icon. Okay, do not miss the upcoming videos. That's it for you, pile 2. See you again. Pile number 3, let's get on with your readings. So, the card that you chose is Uzume, Humor. I'm sorry if I pronounced this goddess's name wrong. I'm not acclimatized or familiar with all goddesses around the world, but okay. Having gotten this card, humor is something that Spirit is asking you to take into account for yourself. Humor, laughter is what makes life interesting, and you need it because you have some cards of very serious nature. First card that pops up for you is the Tower. That means you're going to get a widely awakening moment for yourself. Not only that, you are also going to suddenly feel that the structures, the stability that you were depending on for so long is not going to be there anymore. Things are going to get shaken up. Certain things are going to happen your way that's going to come your way that is literally going to feel like, oh my god, I'm dying. Okay, and when that happens, eventually you will be faced with two decisions in which way to take the path, like which choice you have to take in the future. And when that happens, and that's going to happen because you got Two of Swords, the Tower. First you got the Tower card, and then you got the Two of Swords card, and then you get the King of Swords. So it can be that somebody very, very, very intellectual, a little bit on the bordering side of being almost a tyrant-like person, or a very cold person, very intellectual, very intelligent, but emotionally not so open, emotionally closed off, or somebody who does not really act according to situations which involve a lot of emotions, or does not actually function from emotions. This person is mostly all brain, all mind, no heart. It can be that some person like this has caused this in your life, or it can be a person like this. You have to embody this person, because when you come with the Tower moment and you come up with the Confusion card, and your emotions are going to make you feel that way, because we tend to hold on to structures for so long. So yeah, that's very much possible for you. The next card that you get is the end of a tough cycle approaches. So the end is coming. It's not culminated yet. So please be a little patient with yourself, because you're still dealing with all this. Okay. The next card, because this is the card that you get, Full Moon in Capricorn, and the next is South Node. Don't let your past hold you back. So whatever decision that you're confused about, don't let your past decide it. Make the decision from a future point of view. Which path is the best for you? It might be hard right now, but it gets better. Your commitment is being tested. Your commitment is being tested. Who are you? What are you going to commit to at the end? Are you committed to yourself, or are you committed to others' expectations of you? Which one is it? The next one that you get is Tree Wisdom. Might seem a little weird, but there are some people who can communicate with plants and trees. They can actually tap into their consciousness, and sometimes trees can give you a lot of wisdom. And it is for nothing that people who are into gardening say that like being around trees calms them down. And it's not just there, it's like whenever we get messed up in our hair, what's like the first advice that we get? Take a walk in nature, or meditate in nature, or connect with nature. The next one, like, of course you get the tree wisdom. The next card that you get is go outside. So something's bothering you, you need to step out. And I get it, lockdown makes it very difficult, but yeah, it's time to go out, tune into the powerful peace of nature wherever you are, and feel at one with your habitat. So right now the environment you are in is not very conducive to yourself, and it is giving you this confusion, this anxious state of mind. You also got hibernation and regeneration. So spirit is also asking you to take rest and make this decision, because this decision is going to impact your future in a very, very intense way. You also got the card of giving love rather than expecting love. Okay, and it also is saying listening to your wisdom, listening to your intuition. If you see crows or ravens around you, that's a sign. Okay, the full moon is also coming up on on September 2nd. So yeah, a lot of culmination is happening. Then you get the card of inner temple. Tune into the portal of your heart, tune into your devotion. I think this is what you're being tested. I feel your spirituality is being tested. I feel that something that you have been telling or portraying about yourself, now is the time when spirit actually is taking the test, that are you truly who you are, or are you truly who you say you are you truly committing to these changes that you're talking about? Are you really going to do it? Answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? And if you had a question and you were wondering whether it's a yes or no, I'm asking you, ask your question right now. Right now, ground yourself and ask that question, because I have the answer here. Okay? Go ahead, I'm going to give you 2-3 seconds. Ask spirit, spirit, blah 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 blah. Is the answer yes or no? Is the answer yes or no? Are you ready for it? Are you ready for it? It's a yes. Just say yes. And you know the guidebook for this card actually has yes written like 100 times. Next card is Euphoria. Euphoria is a cosmic connection to the magic within and around you. Abundance. Harmonize your thinking with exactly what you desire to attract, and the universe will deliver. It works. Abundance, it works. I'm going to talk about abundance in a bit. Luck. With a clear direction for what you want to achieve, you are summoning energies to bring you good luck. You might be in this tower moment, or this tower moment is coming and you can sense it. But right now is this time when you really need to get in touch with what does your soul desire, what does your inner child desire, what do you desire, what is going to make you happy. Memories, cherished memories of loved ones. It can also be that this is the loved one who created this upheaval in your life, and that's completely all, that's not okay per se. But what I'm trying to say is that you need to forgive and let go, and cherish the good ones, the good memories, and the bad ones. It is because the hard ones, the bad memories, would often also reoccur in your psyche and come back as nightmares. That is when you know that exact thing that you might keep seeing in your dreams, that situation, you need to heal that. There's an energetic block in that situation. Okay, then you get the Archangel Raphael card. provider of healing for mind, body, and spirit. So, healing energies are around you. Spirit is completely supporting you. Spirit is saying that you can get the abundance if you want. If you think you are not that lucky, we are going to give you that luck. We are going to work for you. What? But the only way we are going to do that is if you act in terms of your alignment. How aligned are you? Okay. The next card is moving forward. Positive change. You're moving forward, positive change. Get ready for it. After the Tower moment, it always feels like, oh my god, what's going to happen next? But you know, in tarot, I'm not sure, I don't know if you've gotten the star card in the next next set of tarot cards. But after the Tower comes the star. Now, to tell you the star about a bit, the star card is a major arcana card, and the reason why I'm saying is that you get to stand in your power, you get to stand in the nakedness of your vulnerability. You gain the confidence and the stability within yourself to be that person who is ready to, just take on the world, to show the world who you are. It's about all those things, that card. Finances, abundance, finances. About abundance, money is not the only abundance, okay? There are other forms of abundance like gifting someone, trading, imaginations, and abundance is energy. Like money is also energy. So if you are somebody who's into hoarding a lot, I implore you to invest some of that money on yourself. I suggest and I encourage you to find skills and things you want to get better at, or things you think you should learn. Go ahead and do it. Religion and spirituality, very well that you might just get initiated into some kind of a spiritual path. Very, very, very important. And listen what comes up next. Sobriety. What addiction do you need to let go of, pile 3? Which addiction are you going to let go of? Because this is very important for your alignment. You need to let go of dependency on certain things. Somebody has invaded your inner space, sanctorium. Boundaries have been violated, and somebody has been trying to dominate you with it. Somebody has been trying to tell you that I can come and hold power over you, but in reality you are the only one who has the power over you. You are a truly powerful being. You just need to realize that. You just need to connect to the power within. And how do you do that? By coming into alignment, by doing what your soul, your inner child has been craving to do. That's how you get into alignment. And then you get the voodoo. Voodoo in blue. This is about asking this person who's been invading your space to back the F off. In my mother tongue there's a proverb, but I'm just going to say it. It means that if you can't attack like a snake, like I don't mean that you have to be a snake, but it's like every snake is not going to bite you, but every snake is going to be like, they're so funny. Yeah, like at least you should be able to scare this person off, or try to assert yourself when somebody is trying to enter your personal space. And the next one is that a clockwork pumpkin, a wonderful idea, the aha moment. It's all about the two of swords card. It's about you getting new ideas of how to deal with this tower moment. It's there, guys, it's there. You got the abundance card, you got the luck card, you got the healing card, you got the moving towards positive changes card, you got the finances card. I'm so excited right now. Because the next card is a blessing to bring prosperity. Good things are coming to you, pile 3, after this bad moment. Don't worry. If it's there, embrace it and let it go. Be in the flow. Don't try to react to it. Don't try to entangle your karma with it again. Pile 3. This might be, like I said, you got the King of Swords. So like I was saying, that there is this person, there's this man, and let's see what card you get. I'm getting a headache also all of a sudden. It means that the person that you're dealing with, the person who's bringing this tower moment, is your partner, your ex, someone you're interested in, your brother, your father, or an authoritative figure at work. And you've been in an abusive situation, it feels, which includes men abusing the women in your family, or abusing women in general, by being misogynistic and all that. So yeah, you got a blessing for good men and fathers. This is so important. A father makes or breaks you. A father makes or breaks you. I wish more fathers were aware of this fact, but they are. Some of them are, and they still do shit to you, but don't worry. A blessing on your day. Take each day as it comes. Don't try to run ahead. Don't try to live 1 month at a time. Take one day and take as it comes, okay? Ace of Cups, and I really feel some kind of a good relationship is beginning for you now. And with the blessing for good men and fathers, might be you are attracting a new relationship, or might be attracting a friend in your life who is a male, who identifies as a male, and they go ahead with, they show you good things in life. You got the Strength in reverse. Yeah, Strength in reverse is you feeling helpless, you feeling weak, you feel that somebody is taking away your power. And then you get 9 of Cups reversed as well. So yeah, emotional dissatisfaction, family issues. A lot of you have been going through it, pile 3. Yeah, I definitely feel like you need to give yourself some rest, because this situation has been going on in your life for some time, and this is very important. This is so important, I cannot stress it enough. And remember, give love. This Ace of Cups is this card. You have to give love, okay? Pile 3. To sum it up, a very difficult moment is approaching your life, or has already approached your life. You are going to be a little confused as to which way to go about it. An authoritative male figure is responsible for this. But it is also that a male figure is going to come and give you a certain kind of solace. But I would really ask, don't get too dependent on it, because first you need to clear things up here. Because if you don't, you will end up attracting the same kind of person, like the King of Swords, who did this in your life. Or it might not be about, what I was saying earlier, that it does not need to be that this person has done this to you. It might just be you need to embody this person in order to be able to come over this situation. This tough cycle is ending, and endings are not happy. So please meditate and maybe use some crystals, some affirmations to help you get through this. Whatever decision you make, please make it from the future you. Don't make it from the present you standpoint. Don't do that. Go into the future. Look at your best self, and from that person's view, take the action. Make your decision. Connect with plants and trees around you. You need to take more walks around nature. You can do walking meditations. A new relationship is on the horizon, or new friendship that fulfills you. Please, if you're feeling weak, remember nobody can take your power away unless you consent to it. Nobody can. And I know it gets very scary to stand up in the face of people like this, like the King of Swords, who come into your life sometimes. It's very difficult. But nobody has power over you except yourself. You have an incoming abundance. Your spirit guides are telling me that please call upon us. Ask for our help genuinely. We will deliver. We are going to bring luck to you. We are going to bring abundance for you. Any question that you might have had, the answer is yes, but only if you follow your calling, okay? And you need to ask this person to back off, whoever is trying to dominate you, trying to come into your personal space and trying to hamper you. You need to ask them back off. You need to try and bring this euphoria type emotion into your life. But even if you are unable to call that in, I think it's still going to happen to you because Ace of Cups has come out for you in the upright, and positive things are coming out of this thing, whatever base has shaken up. Don't worry about that. Get sober, get rid of addictions from every possible sphere. Get rid of addictions of social media, of other people validating you. That's the most addictive thing. Okay? I'm sorry I'm screaming a little bit because that is so true. People don't bring that into consideration. Okay, pile 3? If you like my reading, please comment down below. I really want to know what you're going through, and this was a very, very in-depth video. So please, pile 3, comment and let me know. And if you liked the reading, like, share and subscribe. Comment down below. If you want a private reading, it's all given in the description box down below. And take care, and I love you. Remember, you are an infinite being. You're a powerful being. Nobody else can take your power if you don't consent to it. Okay? Last but not the least, pile number 4. Let's see what's up with you, because you chose the Shakti card. You chose transformations. So, if you have chosen this card out of intuition, you are going through a transformation right now, and you quite don't know a lot about, like, you are in this space of change. And what happens when we're in a space of change, it's not necessary that we'll understand that it's happening right now. It's like Haruki Murakami said in Kafka on the Shore. If you're in the storm, you wouldn't know that you're in the storm, but once you're out of it, you will know that the storm is over. Let's see why that's happening. A lot of conflicts, 5 of Swords, a new relationship is coming into your horizon. You've been asked to practice moderation in everything that you do. A lot of conflicts, change, people around you aren't happy. Like, if you are happy, they aren't happy, they're happy, you're not at the best. Communication is the key. And why I say communication is the key, because look at this card, like 3 of them. One is crying, one is a little sad, and the other one is happy. That's what's happening. 5 of Swords is this energy of change, but a lot of conflict as well. And like, nobody's speaking quite with each other. They're not communicating like, hey, this is not working out, I don't like this. But be bold and make the first move. Meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. We have a full moon coming up on 2nd September. If possible, do a full moon ritual and get rid of all these things. Say that you want to release this conflict, that it has not been serving you. You know, you can do it. The next one is divination. Divination. Embrace your powers of divination, which are especially strong right now. You have the ability to see your current situation with crystal clear clarity. Okay? magical blessings are coming your way. Whatever you're going through, you're being assisted by magical fairy blessings. The fairy says you can bless others too. Yeah, you can bless others. I mean, like the other day, my friend made this chili oil, and that chili oil is so beautifully tasty that I actually blessed her. That bless your soul, you made the amazing chili oil. These are small little things that really bring about a change in your energy because you are giving that energy. You are creating your own field of love and you're giving your love and blessings out of that field. So, there's a kind of contentment within yourself. But a new relationship is on the horizon, but practice moderation. Practice moderation when you're getting to know them. Practice moderation. Like, don't go all crazy gaga over them, even if you like them really, really, really too much. But be a little moderate. Don't try to be very, very swayed by your immediate feelings. Give it some time because meditate and contemplate, okay? Meditate and contemplate. The next card is imagine and envision. Imagine and envision. This conflict that you're going through, all you need to do is imagine and envision it. Imagining the solution. And it's gonna happen. Learn from life. This conflict is not without a reason. Plant the seeds. Plant the seeds of the future right now. If this is a new relationship, and I'm not saying this just needs to be a romantic relationship, it can be any kind of a new relationship. A friendship, or maybe you find somebody who's like a guide in your life. So it can be me as well on this channel. So yes. So it can be anything. But the point is when you sow the seed with intention that this is my intention and I'm blessing the seed and I'm putting in my intention into the earth. Like this can be physically doing like a planting ritual, like you plant something new or you plant a seed. But it can be just sending your energy, just creating a vortex of energy in your mental space, in your psychic space, and keep pumping new energy and then it starts growing. But intentions are the most important thing in this. Next, Mintakan. A bit of some of you. Okay, empaths again, highly sensitive people, water. You guys can be water signs as well, with a little bit of air sign in it as well. And you guys are very attracted to dolphins and whales and just the sea life, the ocean life in general. If you could, you would spend your life underwater, and you just really like the water. Like it takes away everything that you're carrying. Let's just say your element is water and not the other three. Soul family, call in your tribe. You don't have to do this alone. My God, divination, magical blessings, learn from life. A lot of things are happening for you, pile 4, but I think maybe this Ace of Cups can also be a sign that your soul family is coming in. This is so beautiful, like when you finally get to meet your soul family, guys. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light to fit in? Big, big, big messages. Don't try to dim your light. Don't try to compromise. If you're dealing with this conflict, there will be a creative solution for you. You don't need to compromise on who you are to find the solution. Inspirations. An inspired mind is willing to reach beyond limitations. Like just the previous sentence I said, guys. Aura. A healthy aura keeps your energy in balance and harmony. Meditate and contemplate. Empowerment. The determination of your mind and soul will guide you towards unleashing your inner power. Very, very powerful. I think pile 4 is all about transforming into your best self. It's about finally having the guts, the courage to follow this thing through, to actually be who you are. And that is, it sounds very glorious, but it's not easy being yourself in a world which wants to put us into boxes, which wants out of the box solution, but wants us to play in the box. You know how it doesn't match. So it's not easy, but while for you're gaining the momentum, you have your spiritual support, your soul family is coming in. So just hold on and just really get deep and grounded within yourself. I'm too jumpy, but yeah. Self-reliance, don't be afraid to fly solo. Oh my god, the independence that comes with it, it's beautiful. You know what? So this is from Lana Del Rey's song, right? And there she talks about like, it took me everything, it took me to lose everything to find what true freedom is. And it's true only after you get what you really wanted and then you lose it. That's when you know what your true freedom is, because then you're ready to choose. You're not dictated by desire. And I know it sounds paradoxical, but it's not really paradoxical if you think about it. The next is 7 deadly sins, humanity's destructive traits. How are you sinning, Pai? Or what are you indulging? Because the temperance card came up, you're indulging in something, you're going overboard with it. You're going overboard with it and you're abusing it. Competition, summon courage and self-confidence. You're transforming. You're reaching out and you're finding this within yourself. Don't worry. But your energy is going to speak. But I feel even before this new relationship comes up, you need to become more independent within yourself so you can embody all the greatest things about yourself. And that's why you chose this. That's why you chose this. You chose this because you're changing, because you have, my dear Pile 4, you have successfully found your divine feminine. And this applies to every gender, okay? Divine feminine is the energy. It's about the energy which goes with the flow, which is intuitive, which if not grounded can go anywhere. So yeah, Pile 4, I'm excited for you. You have to do some grief work, you have to do some shadow work, you have to heal some issues which are actually deterring you from stepping into this full self-confidence things. This is what is making you afraid of standing alone or of trying to fly solo for some time. Family changes, your families are changing. Either you're leaving or you're getting married to someone. Families are changing, or somebody else is leaving your family. So yeah, join in. Divinations, maybe look into any divination tool that you can like. Maybe you're into tarot, maybe you're into astrology, maybe you're into dowsing, maybe you're into Reiki healing, maybe you're into what other things, maybe you're into scrying. There's so many divination tools. You can just use it and see if something fits for you. Join in. Spirit is asking you to join in. Join in this new revolution that's coming into your life. It's meant for you. Pile 4, the energy just got heavy. And it's not because you got something bad. It's because you got something very important. Just see. She is holding the Bosch egg, and it just says ancient wisdom. But if you look at the scenery behind this woman. Look at the chaos behind this woman. But look how this woman is standing. Right? This woman is standing. The actual interpretation of this card means that you are somebody. Like this card, Minta Khan said the original light workers, and my dear Pile 4, you are light workers. You are a gift to this world, and do you know why? It is because of all the purity, innocence, light, love that you have in your heart. That's you, my pile 4. That's you. And this card actually says that you have some, you carry within yourself innate wisdoms from other civilizations which are not from Earth. You carry wisdom, or you will stumble upon wisdom from ancient civilizations. New, like it will be esoteric in nature because otherwise mainstream is just not for this. But you will come upon certain wisdoms. It's like the ancient secret mysteries. You're gonna come across them, and you are being asked. This is important. Listen to me. This is important. You are being asked to keep that wisdom safe with you, because right now the entire world is transforming, and we are going to need you in future. You, my pile 4, are going to anchor light. You are going to anchor more love on earth. You are literally, by existing, you can feel this energy surge in me. You, just by merely existing and being your innocent loving self, you are actually giving more energy to the ley lines around the earth. You are actually anchoring light. You are actually one of those who have specially volunteered to come on earth. Okay. Crazy. Shallow grave. You miss someone. It's alright. You miss someone. It's okay. You are missing people because you know you're transforming, and you know you're transforming because you know you're never going to come back to these people again. Guys, I am Kali. From death comes rebirth, and what is transformation? I have a little secret to let you on. We just got 2 more days. While I was meditating today, after a long time, when I was meditating for this reading, after a really long time, I could feel energies around me. And I feel they are like my guides, and I feel it was not just my guides today. I think a lot more other energies and other guides were here today while I sat down to film. And I think even now, it's crazy. I know this reading is going to be amazing. I already know it. It was supposed to happen. And my pile 4s, you're changing. And I thought I was not going to say this, because again, while I was meditating, this pile grew. It was glowing in my head because I'm clairvoyant. I see things. I saw, like, every time I do a pick a card, I sit down and I meditate and I ask spirit that how many piles you think I should have, because that's how the messages get divided. And I got the 4 piles, and I was like, 4th is your pile. And I was like, okay, thank you. But I see, and I can't tell you how many times this card has come up in my own personal reading. Pile 4, we'll be a soul family. Pile 4, comment down below. We need to get together because I feel you are a part of my soul family. Oh my god, this reading. A blessing on your love. A blessing on your love. Ace of Cups. A blessing on a battle that cannot be avoided. A blessing on a battle that cannot be avoided. Okay. I'm not going to discuss my personal things, but yeah, I've been dealing with a conflict in my life. A blessing to bring clarity. A blessing to bring clarity. I'm going to go ahead and finish the reading because pile 4, please comment. We get 9 of Pentacles. We get 9 of Pentacles. Abundance is coming our way. Abundance is coming our way. We have 7 of Pentacles, and then we have the Chariot. Woo! 7 of Pentacles is is the card about planting seeds. It's the card about sowing with intention. And the result can be anything. The result is not in your hand, my friends. The result is never in your control. The only thing in your control is the intention which you put. So, like a long time ago, I was doing researching about something, and then this line came to me that there are no wants, wishes, or desires. There are only intentions and surrenders. So once you intend it, you have to surrender it. All right. Then you get the Chariot card. Chariot card is all about straddling yourself. Sorry, not straddling yourself. I'm sorry. It's all about taking charge and charging ahead, and it is also this energy of balancing the black and white, because in the traditional deck the Chariot actually has a black horse and a white horse, and this person is not influenced by the outside. This person now is driving towards their goals. Okay, so that's your reading. That's my reading. September is gonna be crazy for us. Keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open. Meditate. And I know you guys are already very perceptive of things, and you're transforming. Be open. Keep your eyes and ears, your soul, everything open, because you will be getting messages which will be just pouring in and in, my friends. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna try and sum it up. I just have so many emotions right now because this is my file as well. So yeah, conflicts and changes, finding balance, finding moderations. And look at the placement, right? So underneath 5 of Swords came 9 of Pentacles. That means like out from this conflict something good's gonna come. You will find a new relationship in your life, but the thing is, and because pile 4, we are very empathic, we have a lot of empathy, we are very sensitive. It's very easy for us to be blinded by emotions and by the innocence in our hearts in the first go. I will implore you, take some time, and if you really feel that, if this is a romantic situation, if you feel that you can put into the work, or like just, it's an investment because you're putting your time and energy, and you just need to, have a view of the person first, and then have the discernment to go through this. And under Temperance we get Chariot. Now look at the numbers. This is card number 7 and this is card number 14. Do you see the alignment, my friends? Okay, learn from life, plant seeds, imagine and envision, very important right now. Then we have a blessing for a new love, a blessing on your love. We have a blessing on clarity and a blessing on a battle that we have to fight, because old structure is not working out for you, cannot be held on to anymore. The changing of the eons is here. We are changing times, we are changing ages, we are shifting from one world to the other. All right, communication is the key. Be bold and make the first move. So if there's someone you like and you would like to get to know them more, go ahead and tell them, but meditate and contemplate. Don't be blind, because we have a mission. We chose this life, we volunteered to come, hearing Mother Gaia's voices, Mother Gaia's help. We heard her help, her want for help. Okay. competition, summon courage and self-confidence. Summon courage and self-confidence. Humanity's destructive traits. What do you need to balance in? What is that thing that you're doing a bit more that you need to do less? Give yourself some break. Join in. Do the shadow work. Do the shadow healing. You have to do your brief work to completely stand in your confidence. Certain family changes are ahead. You have magical blessings from the fairy. Your spiritual team is completely supporting you. See if there is any divination tool that calls out to you. And yeah, you are empowered. Your aura is healing. So, and you are inspired by this reading, I'm sure now. But the aura thing that I want to tell you, you have to keep your aura in, like your aura is in your control. So a healthy aura keeps your energy in balance and harmony. Again, temperance, okay? You are my light workers and we are going to meet soon. And let us not dim ourselves anymore. We've done this enough. We've done it enough. We're not doing it anymore. Okay? And the last one is, you carry ancient wisdom. You will end up missing someone. Speak up. Speak up. Speak up. For those of you who are Indian and you're tuning into this, you know what Ma Kali is for. You know why we need Ma Kali. And you know why you need Shiva. And it's so crazy because I never mentioned my real name. I think I mentioned it very, very less. And to understand that my name is a mixture of Kali and Shiva, I'm just getting like these. I knew these things. These are realizations I've had in the past 1 year, but it's crazy how it's coming out. It's crazy that I'm speaking about this on camera. Pile 4, my soul tribe. Come, let's meet, let's talk, okay? Remember, you are infinite beings. We are all infinite beings. We're here for a little amount of time. And let's do the best that we can for this planet, for the people, so that we do not go down another destructive path. And pile 4, don't forget. Don't forget these 2 cards. You are reforming. You are changing. You are the original light workers. It's time for us to get deeper and get more grounded and anchored light on this planet. Okay? So that's it for you, pile 4. If you like the reading, comment down below. If you want a personal reading, or the description box, sorry, all the information is in the description box, okay? So that's it. And remember again, we are infinite beings. I love you all and you have all my blessing. And stay tuned for the next video.